Same one.
All right, here we go.
We're it. That's it. F it. We're in.
All right. Hope my audio is crystal clear.
It's been good so far.
Okay. Well, here we go. This is our first video,
Yes.
2022, League of Luck. I'm Serge. That's Matt.
Yeah. I'm very excited for little Matt to be last this year. I'm gonna try my best to sabotage his season, sabotage his mind, his soul.
Yep.
I want him to stress out much more this season.
Yep.
I want him to not post any more jokes because none of them are funny. They're all cringe.
Well,
we have a new
the karma, obviously, you know, last season we had the big controversy. So I still think there's punishment, and
Yes.
you know, so I think he's going to have a bad year because of that. Still hasn't taken responsibility.
Karma, of course, he never will take responsibility, and that's going to be his downfall.
Correct. This season we have a new member. Never met him before, so to my knowledge, he doesn't exist.
He doesn't. He's not a real human. It's Dave. It's Dave's beard.
Okay. Yeah. So good luck to whoever you are, Eli. Wish you the second worst season behind little Matt.
Yes. 11th place.
Yep, 11th place. What else we got? Last year was a good year. I think last year might have been our best year.
I think it was our best year. It was our closest year. Everything came down to the wire.
That last week was crazy.
It was nuts.
Crazy.
It was nuts. Shout out to Al for losing and not winning. He was very confident, and I knew he was not going to win. So
one of my highlights last year was definitely the silver medal award. That was one of my favorite moments.
He was extremely upset about that.
He was so mad. He might still be mad at us, but
I think he is, which brings me a little bit of joy though. So
yeah,
win-win.
Yeah, but like I've mentioned before, you know, I would have gladly accepted a silver medal last year. I wasn't able to achieve that, so you know, we all can't win. But enough about that. So what are we going to do today? What are we talking about?
We're going to talk about drafting. We're going to do some mocks. Okay. We're going to talk about last year's draft and do some predictions on this year's draft. I want to talk about your odds system. I disagree with them a little bit.
Let me pull them up real quick because.
Yeah. We can start with the odds system.
Yeah, let's start with that. Okay, so what did I have? So the highest pre-draft odds, we haven't had our draft. So like I mentioned, this could change. This is just me, you know, on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
I don't know what Eli brings to the table. So I think he has right now, probably the highest odds to, you know, win the championship. So,
okay. So your odds are based off of like, we know nothing about this guy.
Oh yeah. Like, I think you have to put him at the bottom. I mean, I don't know what to expect from him. I don't know how he drafts. So, I put him, and then I went with, little Matt, Kyle, and Dave all tied.
I agree with those odds.
Yeah. I have all four of them as of right now not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then I have Matt, Mark, and Vincent. I have only one. I have those tied for right now to win the championship. But I only think one of those three people are going to make the playoffs. What do you think, Matt?
I don't like that.
Okay.
So Vincent's the reigning champ.
Correct.
As much as I hate to say it. Mark.
But it's the League of Luck, right? And I think he had a lot of luck.
He had all the luck.
His draft was questionable at least. I mean, in hindsight, it ended up being a great draft.
Well, he won the league and he was voted worst draft. So that goes to show you that this league is definitely luck. Mark's like an underlier. I can't quite put my finger on Mark. He's
Yeah.
unpredictable at times.
Let me just
I feel like
explain my Mark odds. Let me explain Mark real quick.
okay.
So if you look at it in, retrospect,
Okay.
Mark had two. I base this highly off of the first two rounds of their draft from last year, and Mark drafted Najee Harris and Jonathan Taylor, which
Yeah.
at the time it wasn't, they weren't sexy picks, but in retrospect, I think they
Yeah.
were really solid, and I think Mark had a competitive season. So I think
Yeah.
it's okay to put him at like middle of the pack. I think he's going to compete. I think he's going to draft well, and I think he's going to end at or near 500.
I think here's the thing. I think he's gonna have a great beginning draft.
Mm.
Where does he sit at? Where does he sit at? He sits third. So I think he's gonna have a great beginning draft.
Oh yeah.
But then he's gonna overthink and make bad moves. And I don't think he's gonna make the playoffs.
Mm.
I think he's gonna start off on a run.
So the big question mark this year is: do you go running back? Do you go receiver with your top pick?
That is the biggest question mark.
Based on last year, Mark definitely leans heavy towards the running back. In my opinion, I think Mark's going to lean towards running backs. There's always a chance when you're drafting high, and especially with running backs, they're a little bit more fragile than receivers. So who knows? Does he take a chance at a running back? He's gonna pick one of the best players available. But you never
For
know.
sure.
Like, drafting top three is always risky because if
It
you
is.
draft someone, they get hurt in week 3. Ask little Matt. Last year.
Exactly.
I don't know. I see him middle of the pack. But moving on, then I had Brian, Serge, and Devin all making the playoffs as of right now before the draft. These 3 players, I just think they're a little bit consistent. They haven't won the championship. And what seems, I know Sergio's never won the championship, and I don't think
No,
Devin hasn't either. But he's had some strong years. So
I think the most consistent out of those 3
mhm.
is Brian.
He is very consistent.
Throughout all the years, he hasn't won. So I
Mm-mm.
don't think of him as a threat, but he's very consistent.
Yeah.
So he's something to
Last year
look.
he was definitely on a tear. He got the Derrick Henry injury that hurt him.
Yes. Devin was a big surprise, and Sergio. Here's my thing about Sergio.
Hmm.
Sergio is always very methodical
Mm.
in how he moves. He's very windy. He pulls strings, and I love it. I love everything about it. But he tends to F himself over.
Sabotage a little bit.
Him sabotaging it always equals self-sabotage in some which way or form, but it happens. And I think that is the only thing that prevents Sergio from getting to the championship.
Yeah.
But
something that comes to mind is, the year he went with Peyton Manning and he ended up breaking his neck.
Yeah.
Last year he traded for Christian McCaffrey
and
which
played
was
one game.
He ended up, holding his own, and I think he won that trade at the end of the day.
He did.
But I hear what you're saying. It hurts to say it, of course, but I would give Brian the slightest of edge, in regards to consistency.
Yeah.
Devin ended. I mean, he had a good year.
I think Devin's the
momentum.
underdog.
He's got some momentum going into the season.
I think Devin's underrated in this league.
Mm.
And he showed his worth. So I think he's going to be properly rated going into the 2022 season.
Yeah.
Another underrated guy is Ross.
Well, Ross had a crazy win streak.
He did. It was nuts. He almost gave up on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't. And he almost gave up on the league. Like his cousin Dougie gave up on himself and the league. And now he's out.
Mm. See, that's why I gave Ross the slight edge over Devin, is because I feel like he's going in with a little bit more momentum.
Yeah,
He's got
for
a
sure.
lot. He's got a little bit of redemption based on how things played out. Um, but they're neck and neck, you know,
For sure.
and to top it off, I gave Al the edge over Ross. Al's always consistent. Um, Definitely, he's not one to make like splashy, I guess, draft picks. He kind of sticks to chalk and like, he
Right.
picks who he's supposed to pick.
But
Uh,
here's where I think that's his downfall. He's
mm,
scared to take risks.
mm,
I think that's why he didn't win last season. He took zero risks. He tried to run with his original team,
mm.
and it just didn't pan out the way he thought it was going to.
Interesting. Okay, so I mean, it sounds that like our conversation that my odds were pretty spot on. I mean, where do you have?
Except for one.
Okay,
So
so
Matthew.
yeah, we skipped over that one.
Yeah, his team name is I am the Matthew, the only Matthew in this league.
Yeah.
I would like to refer to Little Matt as Little Matt with one T because he's a doormat. We walk all over him. We dust our muddy shoes off on his face. And it's an ugly one. But Matt at plus 800, that's a Tusk one. So here's my analysis about Matthew, the Matthew. He is unpredictable.
Correct.
He knows a lot more than what he shows
hmm
on the surface. He's underrated and overrated at the same time, if that can make any sense. He
Yeah.
is chaos. I love chaos, but I do stick to my guns.
Yeah. Well, based on these, I have you tied at plus 800, but that means you're sixth. I still envision one of y'all making the playoffs,
Yeah.
and I can foresee you making the playoffs. What had me a little shaky was I don't know which this is a perfect segue into our mock draft is I don't know in what direction you're going to take your draft. And so
and can I be real with you? Me neither. I don't know, man. I just point and I click when I feel it's right.
I got you. So I think right now I have you at sixth. I'm comfortable with that. I can see you.
Okay.
I can see you, definitely entering the top three at some point, maybe even taking the top spot.
I like being underrated. I like to be underrated.
Yeah. But okay. We'll revisit that after the draft. We'll have some adjustments and maybe, some changes. So you may move up. You never know.
And I want to say one, Little Matt, I do love you. But yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's do a little mock situation. All right, what's our draft order?
So we have.
You have that pulled up in front of you?
Me is number one.
Okay. We got Serge at 2, right?
Yeah, we have Mark at 3. Devin at 4.
Yep.
Ryan at 5.
Al at 6.
Yep. Dave's Beard at 7, aka Eli. He doesn't exist.
Yep.
We have Killer Kyle at 8.
Yep. Dave himself at 9.
Ross at 10.
Okay.
Little Matt at 11. Don't care. And Vincent at 12.
Yep. The champ.
Now Vincent, one thing, Vincent was kind of upset about 12, but I like 12. I probably like 12 more than I like the first pick, honestly.
12 is cool.
In a snake draft, this is a snake draft, right?
Yeah, it's cool to pick back 2 picks back to back.
Yeah, I like that. I like it because it worked for me one year and I won.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the all right, so ESPN. Let's look at the top 5 players right now. Top 5 players ESPN has Jonathan Taylor, number 1, McCaffrey, number 2, Eckler, number 3, Derrick Henry, number 4, Cooper Kupp, number 5.
Number 5, yeah.
Just some additional rankings. They have Travis Kelce as the top tight end, and they have Josh Allen as the top quarterback.
Yes.
Top running back, obviously Jonathan Taylor, and Cooper Kupp as the top receiver. Okay, so let's just start at the top and let's just run like a mock situation. So, all right. So Matt's got the number 1 pick.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and pin. I'm gonna say he sticks with the rankings on this year, kind of goes against the grain, and actually conforms and actually takes Jonathan Taylor with the number 1 pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What you think Serge is gonna do with number 2 if Jonathan Taylor's off the board?
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and
Okay.
say that he makes a risk. And the way that the NFL is evolving more, and it's a lot more throwing.
Yep.
There's not that much ground and pound anymore.
Yep.
So you don't have a lot of Derrick Henrys left, right?
Kind of see where you're going. Maybe
Now,
a non-running back here.
I think Serge is gonna pick a wide receiver.
Hmm.
And I think he's gonna go with the hype. I think he's gonna go with Ja'Marr Chase as his first pick at the number 2 spot.
Oh, wow.
It's a ballsy move.
So you have him taking Ja'Marr over Cooper Kupp or Justin Jefferson at receiver.
Yes.
Okay. So Ja'Marr, ESPN has him as the 3rd receiver. Interesting. So as we know, Serge had Justin Jefferson last season.
Yep.
Devin had Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
But Ja'Marr Chase did have a good year. That would not be shocking to me.
He had a great year.
You know, I could see Serge going the receiver route. Okay, so Chase is off the board. All right. So number 3, who we got? We got Mark at 3.
Yes.
Okay. So
now Jonathan Taylor's going. Mark chose Jonathan Taylor last year.
I'm going to stick with my guns and say that Mark once again goes running back.
I think
he's going to stick with the running back, and I think he's going to go with Alabama. I think he's going to go with the God himself, and I think he's going to go with Derrick Henry, number 3.
Okay. I think that's a good analysis. Number 4, we have Devin.
Yep.
Now, Devin last year.
His guy's still on the board. Does he run it back?
Huh?
Does he run it back? His guy's still on the board.
That's what I'm saying. But last year he went heavy running back in the first round.
Yeah, who he went with? He went with
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. No. He went with Derrick Henry. No. He went with Zeke. Sorry. He went with Ezekiel Elliott. Devin had the 5th.
Oh yeah.
He had the 5th overall pick.
You're out with.
Yeah, he had the 5th overall pick, and he went with Zeke.
He did go with Zeke, which it was a bad move. But he went running back.
Yeah, I think Zeke's gonna fall out of the first round this year.
No, I think Devin chooses wide receiver this year. I think it's heavy wide receiver first round, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a heavy wide receiver first round. And I think he's gonna go with the hometown hero. He's gonna go with Justin Jefferson.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna just jump in straight to number 5, and I'm gonna have Brian keeping the receiver, and I think Brian takes Cooper Kupp at number 5.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
and
I don't see Brian passing it up because last year he went Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's off the board.
Yeah.
I can see if Serge went a different direction and maybe went with Cooper or Justin, number 2, I could see Brian taking Ja'Marr Chase.
1,000%.
I don't think the LSU boys fall out of the top 5.
No.
I could see Devin and Brian having some strong emotions to snag them.
1,000%, especially the hometown hero.
Yeah. Serge is a little more, I guess, questionable. I could see him taking any of those three guys. Like not
100%.
just the LSU boys. I could see him going Cooper Kupp.
I could see him going Cooper Kupp as well. But I think he's going to go Jamar Chase in this draft.
Yeah. Number 6.
Number 6, we have the Silver Snakes himself, the loser. Yep. He lost last year. But he's smart. He is smart. He's an intelligent guy. Let's not.
Yeah. Probably the smartest.
Probably.
Yeah.
The smartest, right behind me. Now I think, man, I think he repeats, bro.
Yeah, he repeats.
It was his guy.
I was thinking the same thing.
Honestly, I agree with it. He's going to go Austin Ekeler if he's available.
Yeah. He went with Antonio Gibson last year. Al had the 12th pick. He followed that up with Ekeler.
Yeah.
I think he picks him in the first round this year. And to have Ekeler fall to him at number 6, I think he's going to lean Ekeler over. The rankings actually have Christian McCaffrey above him. But I'm a little shaky with Christian with his injuries. I don't know if Al's going to lean that way.
I think Al is he's the safe bet. He does the safe. He goes the safe route.
Maybe if the top goes differently and it's more running backs that jump off the board,
right?
I could see Al maybe, but I see him going a different direction. I think he's going to pass on Christian. I think you're right. I think he goes Ekeler here with the 6th.
Yeah.
All right. Number 7 is Eli. So Eli is the big question mark. We don't know how he plays.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to say that maybe Eli at number 7 goes after Christian McCaffrey.
Which is, I know nothing about him, but it's the smartest play.
I mean, you get him. Christian's when he's healthy, he's elite. Like
he's unstoppable.
So to get him outside of the top 5,
it's crazy.
It's crazy, and I don't think it's as risky. But for whatever reason, I don't feel that with Al taking him at 6. But I could see Eli maybe getting him at 7. But who knows? Maybe Eli wants a receiver. Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna go Eli taking Christian at number 7.
Okay. And at number 8, we have Kyle. Now, Kyle's another one. He's kind of properly rated in the league, but he is unpredictable. He's kind of unpredictable, and I think he pays attention to what's going on.
Yeah,
not as much as he should probably, but I think he goes wide receiver again. I think this is a heavy wide receiver league.
Yeah.
And,
last year he went Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he went running back.
Yeah.
Right. I think that he goes Davante Adams.
Oh, wow. I mean, so you have Davante went 7th overall last year to Vincent.
Yeah, and we questioned the shit out of that.
Yeah, but I mean, Davante's, he's elite. We just don't know. We don't know what he's going to do in Las Vegas.
Agreed, but I think he's going to be the main.
To get him at number 8, I don't think it's a stretch. You get him. Okay. I can see that happening. All right, so Dave's Mr. Running Back, right?
Dave is definitely Mr. Running Back.
I think he sticks to that's his bread and butter, right? So and now the top 4 receivers are off the board. I don't see Dave going after maybe. I think the best next receiving prospect is actually Travis Kelce, is the number 1 tight end.
Yeah.
I don't see Dave getting him at number 9. No. I think Dave's going to stick with running back here. The question is, what direction does he go? My gut is saying that he goes with either Dalvin Cook or Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Najee's younger, but Dalvin is a stud. He's got a new offensive coordinator. I'm going to go with Dalvin Cook. Dave taking him at number 9.
I think honestly, I think it's a steal. If the draft goes heavy wide receiver, getting Dalvin Cook at 9 is a steal. And and Najee right behind him, he is younger, but Dalvin Cook, again, he's a stud. He's established. He produces.
I mean, Serge got Dalvin Cook last year at number 2.
At number 2, yeah. Well, because he was a number, he could have went 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he's had some injuries too. He's had some injury scares. But still, yeah, Dalvin Cook at 9 is.
I'll be shocked if Dave doesn't go running back with number 9. I think
Dave's
it's
going running back.
Yeah. What about Ross? Ross went. I think Ross went.
He went wide receiver last year.
Yeah, he did. He went Tyreek Hill.
So I can I be real with you? What does he go Tyreek Hill again at the 10th spot? So. I don't think he does.
I wouldn't be shocked because also in the mix is Stephon Diggs and CeeDee Lamb. I personally, and ESPN also, they have I think both ranked higher. And also remember last year Ross got Debo. Debo ranked.
He did get Debo.
Debo was one of his dogs last year. I could see Ross going Debo, but
does he go Diggs over Debo though? Or does he go Lamb over? I don't think he goes Lamb over Debo.
No, he doesn't. He does not. But he may do Stephon Diggs over Debo. But I still give a slight edge.
Debo. I'm gonna go Debo at 10. That's
Let me ask you this: what about Debo, or do you see Ross maybe taking a stab at Travis Kelce at number 10?
That's tough, bro.
The thing about Debo is you get like a hybrid. You get both. You get the running back, the receiver, like.
Yeah, I think the thing about Kelce's stock is still way up there. But
there's no Tyreek Hill in Kansas City. He's gonna get all the looks.
You're right, but the way they played last year was so inconsistent.
It was
so inconsistent.
So you think Kelce doesn't make it in the first round?
I think
not the top 10.
No, not top 10. He may go 11, 12, or he'll go early second round.
All right, so we're good. So what was we said? Debo at number 10.
Debo at 10, yeah.
All right, so next is 11, Little Matt. Little Matt, obviously last year he won Christian McCaffrey with the top pick.
Yeah.
Then he followed that with, I think, DK Metcalf.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Matt's going to go. I think he's going to go receiver. I'm telling. I think we're going to see 6 receivers go.
I think so too.
I think he's going to go with. I think he's going to go with CeeDee Lamb. I think Little Matt he likes CeeDee, and I could see him at 11 jumping off the board, even above Stephon Diggs.
I can 100% agree with that. I could see that wholeheartedly.
All right, what's the last pick in this month?
Vincent, I think the way Vincent picks, it's strange, but it worked. It worked last year.
Yeah.
I think he goes running back, I think
Vincent likes his receivers, bro. He's a receiver. That's his thing.
Yeah, but does he? All right, so Leonard Fournette's still on the board.
That was his dog. That's his dog.
It was his dog. He picked him last year. Does he go Stephon Diggs over Leonard Fournette? That's the whole gamble.
I think Travis Kelce's in play here too.
Oh, Vincent would be the guy to pick Travis Kelce for the 12th spot.
He would
Okay, I'll say Vincent will pick Travis Kelce.
over
If we're
Leonard.
going heavy wide
Well,
receiver,
because think about this. Vincent's got the next pick.
he has the very next pick.
So he can get Leonard and Travis Kelce. He can get
Okay.
Travis Kelce and Stephon Diggs.
He can. Shit.
All right.
Do you think he goes double wide receiver? Well, Travis
I think he
Kelce wide
goes-
receiver?
Well, who would be the other receiver? Because he would go Stephon Diggs. Who's the next?
No, I meant would he go Travis Kelce receiver or Travis Kelce running back?
I think both picks are going to be receivers, whether it be a receiver or a tight end.
Tight end, yeah.
I think Vincent goes Kelce, Diggs, or maybe even Tyreek Hill. I mean, they're not on the same team anymore, but
You're right.
maybe he goes Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, or he goes both. He goes Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill. Like,
Yeah. Double entendre.
yeah.
I'm going to say Travis Kelce for the 12th pick. I think Vincent would be the one to do it.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so let's recap. So with the first overall pick, Matt went with Jonathan Taylor.
yep. For the second overall pick, Serge blew everyone's mind and went Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Mark followed up, went with Derrick Henry.
Smart choice. Devin, Justin Jefferson, which is not out of the park. That could definitely happen.
The way that, unless for whatever reason it goes, Justin and Jamar are off the board in the top 3 picks.
Yeah.
I don't see Devin passing up on either of those guys.
No, not at all.
No, or Brian, like I
Or
said
Brian.
earlier. All right, so Brian has Cooper Kupp,
Yeah.
5th overall.
We have Alex with Austin Eckler, which
Yeah.
makes sense.
Eli with Christian McCaffrey.
That's 7. Yeah. Kyle with Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Then we have Dave with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. We have Ross with Debo Samuel, which would be a steal at 10,
Little Matt with CeeDee Lamb.
which is spot on. And then Vincent with Travis Kelce with the off the wall pick, which I don't think is that off the wall.
Yeah. All right. So some not really shocking, but just I think Jamar Chase going 2nd overall is a shock.
It is. I wanted to throw a shock in there because he could go 1st overall. We don't know.
6 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
Yeah.
That means receivers, tight ends outnumber running backs.
Running backs in the 1st round.
That would be a first. One thing of note is last year Matt went with Patrick Mahomes in the 1st round.
Yeah, and it bit him in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't know if someone takes a shot at a quarterback this year.
So the thing so last year the quarterback we came off of a heavy quarterback year prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where quarterbacks were just racking up points. I didn't see any, spectacular performance fantasy wise by any quarterbacks last year.
Yeah. Well, last year.
Well, Matthew Stafford had a huge year.
Josh Allen, dude.
Josh Allen had a humongous year.
But look, Matt picked Patrick Mahomes 11th, and then a quarterback didn't go off of the board until the end of round 4.
Yeah, with Josh Allen.
Yeah. So I think if a player is going to go first in the 1st round, I think this year it is going to be Josh Allen.
I think 100%. Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to happen.
I would say if a quarterback goes early, I think early round 3.
Yeah.
Maybe late round 2.
Yeah. Well, who knows? There's a lot of quarterback is deep this year. I mean,
it is.
Quarterback is deep. All right, you want to do one more?
Yeah, we'll do one more.
Okay, let's do one more and let's switch it up.
Okay.
Okay, so first overall pick, Matt. All right, so Matt's gonna go against the grain on this one.
Okay.
Let's just have some fun and let's say Matt goes with the number one receiver first overall. I think Matt's gonna go with Cooper Kupp first overall.
Which could happen, and I think it would be a smart pick.
Okay.
He had an outstanding season last year.
Yeah.
Outstanding that no one seen coming.
Yeah. The thing with him and Jonathan Taylor is they had such good seasons. Like,
Right.
do they have some drop off?
Right.
And if they have some drop off, are they worth taking first overall? But it's too many variables. But I think it's a safe pick.
I think it's a safe pick. I think it's tough, bro, but I think it's good. Let's go to number 2 with Sergio. I'm going to say another receiver. And this time it's going to be the hometown hero, the Justin Jefferson, at the number 2 pick.
So 2 mock drafts. You have Serge taking both the LSU boys.
Yes.
Receivers. Okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, I don't see Mark passing on the top dog. I think he gets his guy again from last year, and he's going to go with Jonathan Taylor, 3rd overall.
100%. I think so. And following the running back trend, I think Devin, given the chance, not both, but one of the LSU boys are gone. If he doesn't get Jamar Chase, he'll go Derrick Henry, the ground and pound hero.
Oh, so you have him going Henry over Jamar Chase.
I do have him going Henry over Jamar Chase.
All right. Well, Brian's going to take Jamar Chase, number 5.
I think 100% that could happen, and I think that would happen.
I would be shocked though if Devin passes on Jamar Chase.
I don't think he will. He would never. But
last year, if you remember, Brian picked Derrick Henry 1 pick before him.
Yeah, so he could spite him
and
like,
get
hey,
Derrick Henry.
I'm going to pick Derrick Henry, F you. Just a big F you,
Yeah.
Because they have a little rivalry between them two.
Oh, yeah.
They do, and I love it. Al at 6.
His boy is still there. Does he go?
His boy is still there. Let's just mix it up. He wants a young gun. Let's say he picks Najee Harris, which is a smart pick. It's a smart pick at 6.
Okay.
It is a smart pick.
So in the first one, we have Eli taking Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Eli's concerned with Christian's injuries.
Okay. All right.
I think he's going to go a different direction. And if Najee jumps off, I think he's going to get the next best receiver. I think Eli's going to go with Devontae Adams.
Okay. I like that. I do like that. Next up, we have Kyle. Now, if Devontae Adams is gone, Kyle is he's gonna look at the draft last year and be like, "Yo, Al did pretty good, and I think Al's smart." So I think Kyle will go Austin Eckler.
Oh yeah,
100. He's still on the board at 8. Austin Eckler for sure.
Oh yeah, I agree. All right, so Dave still has an opportunity with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Does Dave take a shot at Christian McCaffrey? Let me think this out.
I think Dave would 100% take a shot at Christian McCaffrey if he's on the board.
He's not going to take a receiver.
He's not. Dave's notorious running back first round. Notorious. But Deebo Samuel's still on the board. He's undeniable.
Yeah, but I don't see Dave. I don't see Dave giving himself like an explanation as to why he's taking Deebo over Dalvin Cook or even like Joe Mixon or.
Very true.
Dave's gonna go with Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, I could see that happening.
But then again, last year he went with Saquon Barkley, and I don't know if he wants. I think Dave's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna want to touch any injuries. Like
That is true. That is true, but we can
number
see.
9. It's number 9 for Christian to fall to number 9. I think he might take a jump.
Dave might take him. Debo Samuel's still up there. Ross has to take him.
Yeah, but let me throw out another name that wasn't in the first round, the first mock draft. Another one of Ross's guys is Joe Mixon. And Joe Mixon is currently ranked what? I think he's the 8th best running back.
Okay. So if he goes running back,
I could see him going Mixon. Maybe even does he go? Is Dalvin? Well, Dalvin's still on the board, right?
Dalvin is on the board. I think he goes Dalvin Cook, honestly.
I think he goes Dalvin.
You have to go Dalvin at the 10th pick.
Yeah, I could see him going Dalvin.
Yeah.
I still think he's gonna go Debo.
Yeah, for sure.
But if he doesn't go Debo, I could see him go Dalvin.
Dalvin for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Right.
So we have little Matt at 11.
The first one we had him taking CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I think so. Alvin Kamara.
I think Alvin's gonna fall, dude. It's still questionable. He could be suspended 6 games.
That's true. That's true.
I think Alvin might fall out of the first round.
If he doesn't have a suspension, and
if he doesn't have a suspension, whoever drafts him's got good value.
Yeah, and I think in the situation he's going to touch the ball a lot.
Yeah,
but
maybe if Ross takes Dalvin, and maybe Little Matt goes with Debo.
I think 100% Little Matt will go with Debo over Alvin Kamara now. Just maybe me knowing Little Matt.
Debo over CeeDee Lamb too, and just to be different, just to have him go with someone different.
I think if Ross didn't draft Debo number 10 in our first round, Matt would have took him. Yeah. Even though he does love CeeDee Lamb, you can't. Debo's draft stock from last year is up.
Okay, so we're going Little Matt with Debo?
Yeah. And then we have Vincent at 12.
Ooh, so Vincent still has, maybe in this one, because he has the next pick, but maybe in this one he goes with Leonard, or maybe he does go, he rolls the dice, and like we said, maybe he goes with Alvin.
I think he could go with Alvin Kamara. I think
he's a big fan. I know he's a big fan.
He's a huge fan, but Vincent is smart and he does know football. If there's any impeding evidence that he could be suspended, he'll 100% go Leonard or Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
So, and again, he got those back-to-back spots, so it could go. You go so many different ways. He could do like a.
I'm leaning that he sticks with the receivers, and I think he goes Stephon Diggs.
I think he'll go Stephon. I like that.
And I think he values Diggs a little bit more than CeeDee Lamb.
He could go Diggs Cooper.
I just know he hates the Cowboys.
Yeah, but fucking Amari Cooper is a beast.
Yeah, but Amari Cooper's now, he's gone. He's with Cleveland.
He's gonna get the ball no matter where he's at.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think
did Cleveland get a quarterback? Didn't they?
They got Deshaun Watson, but he might be suspended the whole year.
Oh yeah, dude. Shit.
I'm going Vincent taking Stephon Diggs.
Okay. All right. I like that.
All right. So in this one, we had Matt taking Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, we had Serge taking Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mark taking Jonathan Taylor.
Devin with Derrick Henry despite Brian.
Yep. Brian taking Jamar Chase.
Which, of course. Al taking Najee over Austin Eckler.
Eli taking Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Kyle taking Austin Eckler,
Dave taking Christian McCaffrey.
which could happen, but I don't know. Ross taking Dalvin Cook, which definitely could happen if he's up there.
Little Matt taking Debo.
Yeah, and then Vincent taking Stephon Diggs.
Ooh. All right.
Those are two wild draft scenarios.
Wild. Wild.
What if I have such a big choice?
Mhm.
I have the number one overall pick, and the pick that I choose sets the standard for the entire league. I think
Oh yeah. I mean, I agree.
because I could mess up because people. Let's just assume people are strategizing right now.
I mean that I wanted to make this video to help like everyone, you know? It's just to
Exactly,
have this
exactly.
conversation and just see how it could play out.
Yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be unpredictable.
Yeah.
It's not a hint. It's not a clue, but it's gonna be unpredictable. It might not even make sense what I do.
True.
But when was I ever the one to make sense?
True.
I drafted 4 quarterbacks one year and won the league. There's method to my madness, is all I'm gonna say. Right?
Who knows, man?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm excited. I'm excited for everything. I'm excited for the production. I'm excited for the draft. I'm excited for the banter. I'm excited to see if we could keep this league, the integrity, and we could keep it close like last year.
Hmm.
I'm just excited, man.
Yeah.
We have a newcomer. I'm excited to see how he holds up and if he could even hold his own ground. We're a group of savages,
Savages.
and I'm not going to hold my tongue to him. You're the new kid in class. I'm going to pick on you the most until you gain my respect.
Yep.
So, Eli, if you're watching this, be ready for some bad banter. I'm kidding, man. We're cool. Psych.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we got less than a month until draft day.
Yes.
Excited for that. See how it actually plays out. But these two drafts, they look right. They look like
I think they look extremely right, and it could happen. It's not. I threw a few wrenches in there, but it's not out of the ordinary that this exact same thing can happen.
I agree.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. And then right after that, we have our week 1 matchup, which seems to be an annual, occurrence.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to draft and prepare my team to take you on for the first week,
Yeah. Did you win last year or did I?
I was not victorious.
Yeah. Okay.
But
my brain was a little foggy. But you did beat me.
yeah, I got my revenge.
You did get your revenge.
Yep. So we'll see. That's all I got for this one, Matt.
That's all I got, man. I'm extremely excited.
All right. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up and send it to the boys.
All right. This has been a League of Luck podcast. It's been a very fun episode, a very informative episode.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, you want to watch it in full.
Yeah. Watch it in full. Take some notes.
Yeah.
Surprise us.
Honestly, I think the betting pool, the pot got a little higher this year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there's a little bit more to be won. So pay attention.
Yeah.
And
all
good
right.
luck.
Get some rest. Take some notes.
That's it. Love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Peace.